What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to my channel where anything and everything is done outdoors. Today we're doing something a little bit different. I didn't get to go camping this week because of the weather. Sunday night we were supposed to have storms, and I had reservations to go somewhere, but they canceled, or I canceled them because I thought we were going to be in a line of severe storms, and it didn't happen. So I thought that I would take this week to have an opportunity to share with y'all number one, a tour of my camper, my A-frame camper. This is a 2007 A-liner camper, Pachamama, and I'll show y'all like the name of how I got the name and everything. But I'm going to give y'all a tour of the camper on the inside and show y'all how to set it up. I have seen people setting up their A-frame campers and giving tours, but a lot of them are like outdated, so I figured I would go ahead and do a new update on how to get all this set up. Before we do get started, I would like to introduce y'all to my sponsor of the channel, and we'll be back after this message. So y'all, the new sponsor of this channel is Rockin' Shore. That's rockinshore.com. Just like this amazing hoodie, it is very warm. It's 41 degrees outside, and I am nice and snug and warm in this thing. They have products made in America. They have a pristine website. If you go to their website, find something that you like, check out with Adventures with Jared 20. You will get 20% off and help out this channel. Anyways, let's get back to this episode and setting up the camper. Alright y'all, so let me go ahead and show y'all the outside of the camper. Since this is, in case y'all are wondering, I am at the house in the driveway right now. If y'all see some like house-like stuff. But anyways, so this is a 2007 A-liner camper, as y'all see. On the outside, I do have storage compartments. I got one storage compartment here. And I got one storage compartment here as well in the front. Up here in the front, I generally put like fishing poles, chairs, log stuff like that, because it runs all the way across. And then in the back, I have just some outdoor supplies. Like I think I have a hose in there. Oh, and also in the front, I also have a table. I'll show you all a little bit later. But also right here, I have my outdoor grill and a few things on the outside. So, in case you are wondering of how I got the name Pachamama, the original owner put this sticker on here. Pachamama means Mother Earth, and I thought I am keeping that same name. But anyways, and so to get it all set up, as I'm doing this, I'll show y'all how I get everything set up as well too. This thing gets very stable and very level. When you're setting up these campers, you want to get it level first before you pop up the A-frame part. So what I always do first is I always get these levelers. I have some blocks that I will pull out and show y'all. Go around. There's 4 all the way across. So yes, again, in case y'all are wondering, like, this thing is stable as heck. While it does have 2 wheels, I have 4 levels all the way around and get it pretty level. Anyways, let's go ahead and get it setting up, and then I'll give y'all a tour on the inside. So here are the levelers. I guess is the proper terminology of how you get this camper set up and level. You can find these, just search, like, I don't know if that's the correct terminology of these things, but they kind of remind me of large Legos, to be honest. Basically what I do is I set 2 of these under the actual jacks or the levelers around the camper, and depending on the back side, it's going to be a little bit more of a distance, so I may have to put some more under there. But yeah, let's go ahead and set these around, and I'll show you how I set them around right now. Alright, so I got 2 right here. Honestly, I could possibly do 1. Got 1 there. Here's the second one. Got 1 there. Alright, go to the back side. Okay, I got 3 there. Go back around over here, and got 3 there. Let's get up just a tad bit more. Alright, so we got the, I guess we'll call them Legos. Legos breaks down. Next thing we gotta do is lay them out and get it level before we get it set up. I think a lot of people are like, hey, do you necessarily have to get level before you set it up, or can you set it up and then level it out? A lot of people have commented on my channel, hey, level it out before you get it set up, and I kind of go with that as well too. It's just easier to do that first before, because once you get the frame up, it's kind of hard to level everything back out. So always get it level first, and then you pop the frame up. Let's go ahead and start getting the jacks down, and then we'll pop it up and I'll show you all the inside. All right, y'all, figure for the next views, put y'all on my chest and get y'all, show y'all how I can get this thing set up. Here's one down. All right, y'all, so now that we have all the 4 jacks down, I don't get it like flawless personally, but you know, putting them all down really helps level it out. But anyways, next thing you do, I've already taken this side off, but you get these latches, you get that, and now it's time to pop it up. Once I get that popped up, I get right up here. Probably not the safest thing to do, to be honest, in case it fell on me. Get it popped in there. Knock on wood, it has not fallen on me. Alright, so a lot of people have never actually seen the inside of it set up and how it looks like. Here's how it looks like. Hopefully y'all can see that. So right now I got one frame up, not the other frame. Put this up, and right here is a little ladle or a latch. Fold that up, and I've already got this one over here folded up, and we are set up and good to go. All right, y'all, so now the fun part of the tour. So here is, of course, the where the doorway is. So we do have AC. Here's the AC right here. I have not actually turned it on, honestly, yet. So I hope it works for us during the summertime, because here in Alabama you do need AC. Here is, a lot of people in the comments have asked, Jared, what do you use for heat? I personally don't really do much boondock camping. I always go to campgrounds, just safer for me. And since I always get plugged in shore, I always have this little electric heater. I think it's like a little comfort zone. You could, you know, go to Amazon, look up comfort zone heaters, and I've had this thing 70 degrees in here when it's like 25 degrees at night. So River and I sleep perfectly fine. Here's a full-size bed. I want to do some more work to this thing, honestly. I know I've been saying that, but this thing does probably need more work, but I just like it as is. But this is our bed. I do eventually want to get a new bed with better cushion on it for sleeping. So that's the full-size bed is what it is. This can be actually converted to a table, but I always have, I'll set the table up for y'all in a minute. I always put my table right here. For the most part, from what I have seen on A-frame campers, this is very similar. It's a little bit different, but very similar to most A-frame camper setups. And then I do have a fridge right here. I personally never use it. I always just get, you know, coolers and put ice in there, since I'm only going for a few days for the most part. Here is a furnace. I believe it does work. Here is a sink, and I did discover recently that it does work, so that's awesome. I know this isn't like a big, huge tour, but this is pretty much everything. Let me show y'all the table in a sec. So here is the table, and we have had many wonderful, I usually just sit down right here, eat my meal. We've had many wonderful experiences here. Sorry, it's a little bit dirty right now. So yeah, guys, this is, I know that may have been a very small tour, honestly, but it's not much for a A-liner camper. So y'all, just in my opinion, I've been having this camper for maybe 3 months-ish as of right now. Again, honestly, I could do some work on this thing, like there may be a little bit of rot and stuff like that if I were to dig deep, but I'm not planning on doing much or renovating much. So I unfortunately did break the one of the ceiling vents, and I do need to get that replaced. But yeah, I've done some research, and like I've seen people saying reasons not to buy A-liner campers, or things that I wish I would have known and not buying an A-liner camper. Honestly, guys, I got this thing it's a 2007. I got this thing for $4,000. In case anybody out there is wondering, I've seen several other good deals, like on Facebook Marketplace. I've seen them anywhere from $6,000 to roughly $8,000. So, you could put all the money into one that you want to. I have zero regrets in this thing. Let me give y'all some pros, I guess, maybe, and cons of this thing, which I don't know if there are already cons. Alright, y'all, so I wasn't planning on doing this part of the video, but I thought, hey, might as well add this in for y'all, since this is kind of like a how-to setup deal and like tour of the inside. Alright, so we'll start with the pros first. Pros, this camper is easy to set up. I get to the campsite, takes me probably a minute long to get it set up, and if you'll go back and watch my other videos, I generally do a time lapse of it setting up. Like, it's literally a minute to set up. So if I get there late at the campsite, I get set up. River and I always go for a walk. It's super quick and easy to set up. That's what I love about this thing. Pro number 2, it is small and lightweight, so that's pretty self-explanatory there. It's not a heavy trailer. Number 3, you can get it in tight spaces. So this camper, like, you don't have to have a large campsite. You're not like a fifth wheel or a 22-foot trailer. You don't have to worry about tight spaces and tight turns. I had pop-up campers for the longest time, and I had 2 pop-up campers anyways. And when I upgraded to a hard shell, I knew that I didn't want to upgrade any bigger than what I actually had with a pop-up camper. So I love it that you can fit in small, tiny spaces, and you're not worried about, you could go down back roads, small little back roads, or you could go off, BLM lands, and it's super easy to get around. Cons. These are not very well insulated. I mean, again, I do have my heater, and I've had no issues. I've camped in, I titled this, when I first got this, I've titled my very first videos, I buy a tiny home. I eventually do want to work from the road and, like, do some tiny home living in this thing. But, yeah, it's, okay, so not very well insulated. I don't know if you can see behind me, right here you can see the sun, and right over there you can see the sun. I've seen several people on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, or whatever. Let me get y'all a little bit more straight. I have seen several people on social media say, hey, we actually get noodles and put noodles in those cracks, which is absolutely an amazing idea, because I've seen some videos where people are in, like, sandstorms or snowstorms, and you don't want all that stuff getting in your camper. So that is a big con, but it doesn't bother me again, because generally when I go camping, I go in good weather days. Another con, it's very loud in rainstorms. So while windstorms, you're okay. It is not the tops of it, like, that's nothing. It's very loud in rainstorms. I haven't been in one in a rainstorm yet, but I do know that from past videos that I've seen, it does get very loud. The last con is no bathroom. Jared, what do you do? I've actually got a question, is, do you have a toilet in there? No, I do not personally. When I go to campgrounds that always have bathhouses. Most of them have been clean. I've been to a few where they're like, I wish I had my own bathroom, but I would rather not personally deal with all that water, gray water, and all that. Now that my sink is working, that is a pro, I guess. It does have a sink and a fridge, but now that the sink is working, I will have to deal with gray water, but that's like just dishes and stuff like that. So yeah, those are just quick pros and cons. If you have any more ideas you want to do, or you want to add to that list, feel free to drop comments below. If you got any questions on this tour of how I set something up, or if you have any ideas of how to set it better, quicker, feel free to drop the comments below. Anyways, y'all, thank y'all so much for tuning into this week's episode. Sorry if it was short. Not really sure how long this video is going to be honest, because, again, it's an A-liner camper, and so it doesn't take much to, like, tour or show, honestly. But again, thank y'all so much for tuning in. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more weekly content. We got some amazing adventures coming. So when I hit my 500th subscriber, I'm going to do a polar plunge. Jared, how are you going to do that? We got trips to go to Iceland. As of today, it is 100 days before I'm going to Iceland, and we are also going to the Outer Banks soon. So if you have enjoyed this video, feel free to go watch all my other past videos. River would greatly appreciate it. She is somewhere outside as of right now, wandering around. She doesn't like being in here when we're not camping. But she loves to camp. Like when we're at campgrounds and stuff, she loves sitting on the bed and doing all that stuff. But anyways, I said that wrong. Anyways, guys, thank y'all so much for tuning in. Until next time, I'll see y'all on the next adventure. River, I'm trying to get a picture. Did you move? Hey.